Unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable.
Did it start?
Yeah, it started, man. Like, I'm just waiting for people to get in here. So if I
Let
go
me
to
know.
invite link again, it will do it.
Yeah, when you go to the YouTube, John, you just gotta like hit share like you would just share any YouTube link.
Gotcha. I'll let you go first, man. Like, because once we get people in here, I'll let you go first. Because I mean, you're at the game, so
Yeah, man. Um, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been to a lot of games, and the Wells Fargo was electric tonight. It's never been that loud. All throughout the game. Um, the atmosphere was electric, bro. It was electric, and I was at Game 7 when they lost to the Hawks, and it was a similar game, but it was different because it felt like this time we really believed in this team.
mm-hmm.
We didn't believe it. I didn't
we
believe.
kind of believe in it.
Like most people, like I felt early that it was like, man, they might lose this game. But when they fought back, it was like, yo, they've been fighting back and winning games all season. They did it all series. So you could tell the fans we thought we were going to win that game. And
Mm-hmm.
Game 7 against Atlanta, it wasn't the same at all. Like, and it was a Game 7. Game 7 against Atlanta was we're gonna lose the whole game. It was just this nervous. It was like, like somebody said it. I think Spike was like, just don't lose the game. Like it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna win, go win the game. It was just like this fear of like, please just don't lose. But tonight, the stadium was
Mm-hmm.
rocking, bro. It was rocking all game. And fourth quarter, we are literally trying to will this team to victory, and they just couldn't get it done, man. Like stopped they stopped running the offense. Like James Harden is the point guard. Joel Embiid, you're supposed to be the MVP. And post game press conference, Embiid says he didn't get the ball enough. Like I'm tired of it, bro. Like I'm tired of him, dude. Like I'm tired of Joel Embiid. I'm sick of it, bro. Like he's not even a top 5 player in the postseason. He's never been a top 5 player in the second round of a series. He's not. He hasn't even had a bro. Literally, it was the same thing. Game 7 against Atlanta and Game 6 tonight. He disappears with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Talking about I didn't get the ball enough. Go set a screen. Call a play for yourself. You're the MVP. I don't know what to tell you, Joel. Like, what do you mean you
Bro,
didn't get the ball enough?
he has the same generic excuses every time too.
Every time, bro. It's always the team, and then he'll say, "Oh, I had to be better. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get the ball enough. They didn't pass me the ball. I didn't get the ball enough. My teammates suck, but I had to be better." Like, dude, that's why these cats lose, bro. That's why they're losers. That's why they went and they lost that game because he's afraid of the moment. Freaking pitter pattering on Al Horford. Take him to the rim. What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable that the team had 1 point in the final 5 minutes of the game. 1 point. One. They were winning 83 to 81, and they had 1 point in the final, and they didn't run any offense. It was incredible, man.
But my
Incredible.
my thing is, how does the opponent's team's like best player start the game like 3 for 16 and you force 17 turnovers and you only have 86 points the whole game at home.
Unbelievable, bro.
It
They
doesn't
missed
make
it.
it. Bro, trying to like I was saying earlier, dude. I turned that game off like 5 times and turned it back on. It was almost. That was probably one of the hardest games to watch of all time. Starting with Embiid, like every fourth quarter,
Nowhere to be
it doesn't
found.
want the ball. And then Harden was just doing anything. Can't hit a three, throwing the ball in the air,
Yeah,
tripping and falling.
yeah.
He's a flop, but one games he's a hero, one games he's a villain, man. Like I can't believe the
You never know
inconsistency.
what you're gonna get, man. It's unbelievable. And Embiid was like phenomenal defensively. They had a really good run in the third quarter. They had a really good third quarter. They weren't good, obviously, they weren't good in the fourth quarter. And hold up, because I gotta get over real
Yeah.
quick. Traffic is crazy.
Any of the other quarters.
Yeah, they weren't good. They had a really good third quarter. And it reminded, I'm telling you, bro, because I was there in game 7, and like people talk about the Ben Simmons layup that he missed, and like we put a lot of emphasis on stuff like that. But I feel like what's kind of forgotten in that Sixers game was there was like against Atlanta, like I took a screenshot and I posted it on Twitter. The Sixers were up, I think, 4 points in the fourth quarter, and Matisse Thybulle missed the three in transition. We get a steal or we get a missed shot, and Matisse is wide open, corner three. Bang! If he hits that three, we go up 7 with 5 minutes left. The game is like, it's not over, but it's over.
Yeah,
And
it's hard to come back from that. That little bit of
exactly.
time.
And it was the same thing tonight. Melton had 3 threes, bro. 3 wide open threes. If he makes 1 or 2 of those, it's like boom, we got it. And it was the same thing in that Atlanta series. It's like we took the lead in that game 7, and we were up by like 2 or 3 or 4 points, but we couldn't make the bucket to like put our foot on their neck. And like that's how it was tonight. 83-81 for like 3 minutes. Guys are missing shots. Maxey's 3 rimming in and out, and B just taking dumb shots like in that early end of the fourth quarter. He made a couple baskets. But I thought even the ones that he made, it wasn't good offense.
Yeah, when I knew that Embiid didn't have it outside of the turnovers is like when I don't want to say it was about 4 minutes left, and he did like that mid-range shot, but it was like he was like running forward when he took it. Like it wasn't like the typical like he set the screen for Harden behind the back pass into like the rhythm elbow jump shot. Like he was like kind of like running forward and like was still moving when he shot it. And I was like, yeah, he's not focused. When he took a shot like that, when I just completely out of rhythm, I was like, yeah, his head just not in the game.
Yeah, bro.
But
it was
Melton killed us, bro. Melton,
he's been terrible,
he's
man.
had 4 points or less in 4 of the games.
Yeah, he's been terrible since game 1. He hasn't. I think he had a decent game 3, but he was like 4 of 10 for 3. I mean, Melton killed us. It just like for me, it just comes down to Embiid and Harden for me. Like, and Embiid wasn't terrible, but it's just like, what are your superstars gonna give you at the end of the game? Like, you know what I mean? Like what are they gonna give you? Like, what is Joel Embiid gonna give me to win me this game? Like, take me home, Joe. You the MVP. You talking about how you want the ball and all and this and that. Take me home. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't. And yes, Melton missed a ton of shots. Melton was terrible, clearly at the end of that game. Maxey missed some shots. Like, you need other guys to step up. But when it comes down to it, it's like, if you're the MVP, if you're the best player in the world, like, take me home, man. Like, I don't know any other way to put it. Like, other than that, to be honest, like, and it's just like, I think it's inexcusable that he didn't shoot the ball late in that game, man. Like, he just didn't shoot the basketball. It was just such a frustrating end to the game because they had it, bro. It was 83-81, 5 minutes left. I'm like, literally, we're in the stands. We're like, yo, 5 freaking minutes. Like, give us 5 minutes. And I don't blame Doc at all. Doc freaking
Yeah, it's
he
hard
had
to really.
yeah, he had Niang out there when I thought Niang shouldn't have been out there, and Niang hit a couple big ones. Like I don't blame Doc at all in this game. I think it's on the players, and I think we just didn't execute on offense. And Doc said it after the game. He was like, "Yo, we didn't trust each other." And I really don't think they trusted each other tonight, man. Like you could
Yeah, I
tell
know.
offensively, they didn't trust. They weren't running their stuff. There was no pick and pop tonight, man. Like, how did, bro? How did James Harden have 17 and like 11 the other night, and Joel Embiid have a smooth 30 plus and dominate in the pick and pop, and we just didn't run that offense again. Like we literally
He
just
took
ran
he
away
took
from
maybe one like pick and pop jumper the entire game.
and it went in. And
No,
it went in. And it's like I don't understand. I just don't get it, man. I don't know. Like and what's the common denominator? Joel Embiid, number 21 is the common denominator. When you get
we still haven't gotten that one game from him.
ever in round
Like
two,
we
ever.
need like I was saying in the last stream, like you need a Harden game, you need a Maxey game, you need an Embiid game, and you need a supporting cast game, like to win your 4 games. We've had a
Yeah,
Maxey game, we had 2 Harden games.
yeah,
So like the bench, nor Embiid, like no, not the bench, but the supporting cast, nor Embiid, like y'all can't summon one game like Embiid. You can't win us one game. And not to say
literally.
not to say he's playing terrible. Like he still played really well last game, the game before that, and even this game, he had a great first 3 quarters. But
Yeah,
it always comes down to the final stretches. Like even the game we won, game 4, like in
yeah,
the final stretches, he disappeared.
yeah. He was terrible.
And it's like why are you disappearing?
Yeah,
You,
even
you do
game five.
entirely too much talking, and that's why I
Yeah,
don't. And that's why I don't celebrate MVPs and individual awards. It
yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah. It
Like
literally
at the
doesn't.
end of the day, I'm worrying about is the Philadelphia 76ers. Are they capable of winning a championship? Like, are they going to win the title?
Yeah. And what are
Like,
you doing for me in the postseason, man? Like, just like you said, it's like, dude, he hasn't had a good fourth quarter ever in a game
mhm.
two. Like I can't remember a round two where Joel Embiid had a good fourth quarter. He was awful. He was bad in game two. He's come back from the knee injury. Game three, he was bad. Like he was actually great the whole game. But in the fourth quarter, the team fell apart. Game four, he fell apart, but they carried him. In game five, he didn't do anything last game. Max, he had like 10 points in the fourth quarter. We
Yeah.
blew the game open. But it's not like Joel Embiid, like it was he had the big
He had
block,
like the
but it's
one
like
free throw or something, right?
yeah, like he had like 2 free throws in the fourth. So it's like he's not showing up for, and it was the same thing in game 7, bro. He had turnovers in that game 7 against Atlanta. Yes, Ben Simmons that passed up the layup, but that was only going to tie the game. Like Matisse Thybulle missed the free throws. It was a 1-point game. Like, and we didn't get like Embiid didn't carry it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and again, we had the opportunity. We were winning in that Atlanta series, up 4 in the fourth with 6 minutes left. Up to tonight with 4:45 left, and we literally stalled on offense. We stalled. We didn't run any offense in that fourth quarter, and that's not on Doc Rivers. We've seen them run a good offense for 6 games. Like they're not running it because they're just not running it, man, and it's just frustrating, bro. It's just a frustrating loss, man. Honestly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Art Gravy said Embiid recorded 0 stats the last 6 minutes. Harden's an absolute bum. Doc and Morey gotta go too.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm with
I
you with
mean,
the Embiid. You know what's crazy? I feel like Doc has coached a great series, and I actually think he coached a pretty good game. I do think where he kind of dropped the ball was like Melton was. I felt like was out there a little too long. Um, but I
mhm.
can't. Then again, I can't fault Doc because Melton has been good for us all year. So you think Melton, like you would think that one of those is gonna drop, bro. Like Melton has
Yeah,
never been that cold, and they were just leaving him open. So you think, like, all right, if they're gonna leave DeAnthony Melton open like that, those are gonna fall. Like,
yeah. I
and
mean,
they just
yeah. The only other option was to play PJ Tucker, and like he was hesitant to shoot. Like I don't know why he was acting like that. He's pump faking, looking to pass before he shoots. Like, bro, they're leaving you wide open. Like you're in
yeah,
the
you got
corner. Like they're leaving you wide open in your spot, and you're afraid to take a shot.
yeah,
Why is everyone afraid to take a shot in the Wells Fargo Center? Like,
bro.
why?
Those cats were
Does anyone
so like
know?
they folded, bro. They folded. They were
And,
scared.
and the Celtics didn't even want to win that game.
They
The
literally
Celtics,
were
the
trying to
Celtics
give
didn't
us the
even win the
game.
game, dude. Like it's not even like the Celtics like were all shooting poorly or nothing like that. Like Tatum was the only guy. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Tatum and it was one other player. It might be Horford too. I think Tatum and Horford were the only cats that they were the only cats who weren't shooting the ball well. But they had 17 turnovers. Like they're giving us the extra possessions, the opportunity to. That's the reason we're staying in the game. We were only in that game because they kept turning the ball over. No, I'm not gonna say that because we were actually forcing the turnovers. It's not like they were just making lazy passes and all like that. Like our defense played, even Maxey and Hart, and they
Yeah,
were
we
all
played
over the
great
court.
defense
Like
tonight.
that was
Yeah,
terrific defense.
we just couldn't score, man.
Yeah,
And
is that Rock? Is our gravy? Is that Rocco or is that somebody else?
I think it's somebody else. I think Rocco's name is just Rocco in there.
Yeah, I know sometimes people have more than one account.
But
I mean, we really might be toast in Game 7.
yeah, we're cooked, bro.
I think so. I mean, I agree 100%.
I don't. I feel like I'm at the point where I don't care. And this is where I was the whole series. I was this way the whole series. Until after Game 5. After they won Game 5, it was like, oh my gosh, yo, these cats might be different, yo. Because winning Game 5, that took some guts going into Boston and winning that
It was
game.
something new.
Yeah, it was. Even then, winning Game 4 was new. It was like, wow, they won Game 4. Like winning the way that they won the game, it was like, oh shoot. But I was still not phased because I was like, this team sucks. They're gonna get smoked in Boston. Um, and the fact that they won that game, it was like, okay, we got to close it out tonight. We got to take care of business. And I thought they fought hard, man. They played great defense tonight. They didn't give up. They did not give up. Boston threw a haymaker early. They fought back. We were down 7.5. Came out in the third. Took the lead going into the fourth, up 2. The refs, bro. The
I appreciate you,
refs
brother.
kept Boston in the game, man. Like, and I'm not gonna blame the refs because we didn't score for 5 minutes, but it was like the refs kept Boston in the game. Like that's what kept them in the game and kept the door open. But they fought tonight. They just crumbled under pressure, and it just happened again. And my thing is like, how can I trust them to close it out? I don't think they can close it out, man. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, appreciate you. I agree. We appreciate you.
What was his comment?
I
I
mean,
can't
yeah,
see.
nah, he said first time visiting y'all channel. He said good content, so thank you.
Nice, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are Eagle fans, Philly sports all the way, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The Phillies are private. I mean, they just got Bryce back. They should be all right. I think Suarez is coming back on Saturday. They can turn that around.
Yeah. I'm coming from the
Yeah,
game. That's why it's kind of, I'm just driving back from the game.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Caleb
the
just
well,
it's rant time for Caleb.
yeah. I mean, yo, when I tell
Y'all
you
gotta
it was
stop going to the game. I told y'all not to go to the game. That's probably why we lost. Every time y'all go
Nah,
to the
they
game, you
lost
lose.
because them cats freaking suck, man. I mean, they just fold like they're just freaking. I can't believe they folded that game away, man. Man, it's 83-81. We're literally waiting to erupt. Like waiting. The fans like they're on it. And even like the difference again, like I was saying before, like the difference between this game and game 7 was that we were in the game the whole time, man. Like it was electric in there, bro. It was insane. Yo, when Jaylen Brown missed that free throw in like the third quarter, yo, it was crazy. Just off a missed free throw. Like it was insane. It was insane. And you know, like sometimes when you're playing at home in front of your crowd, like against Boston, right? Like it gets quiet, you know, and stuff like it wasn't like that, man. Even when Tatum hit his 2 threes, they went up 4. Bro, they went up 87-83, and we was still like, yo, let's freaking go Sixers. Like, let's go. We got this, John. Like, trying to like we were not letting Boston take us out of that game as fans for our team. And Maxey airballs a 3. It's like, yo, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like, come on. Like, it was just the end of that game was just insane, bro. It was just insane. Insane. I don't know.
Bro, I don't honestly I don't even know what to say. If anybody new here, I predicted that the Celtics were 1-7. Like we made a video about that before the series started.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Obviously, you know, being a supporter of the team, but like it just, I mean, unfortunately, it just looks like my prediction is going to come true, and I'm not going to be happy about that. I'm not going to make a video and say, "Yeah, man, I told you guys that."
Right.
Like, obviously, I'm not going to do that. And if they lose the Celtics, the next video is going to be, who should get traded, who should get fired, and you know that kind of stuff. Probably predictions of who we think's going to win the conference finals. But the thing that's sad too, man, is that we don't have a draft pick. First round, second round, anything. So it's not even like we can really like luck into like some kind of hot shot rookie that can help us next year.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like we'll also
I'll say the only thing is that maybe, you know, some of our bench players like Daniel. I think Daniel. How many years does Daniel House have on his contract?
got another year. He's got another year on his contract.
So everybody's coming back then, right?
Yeah.
Except George Niang. I think he might be the only one who's done.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if Springer even will get minutes.
I feel like what sucks too, like even more is just the opportunity that's ahead, man. Like, bro,
I'm pissed at you, Matt. My bad. Go ahead, Gil.
Like, bro, the Heat suck, bro. Like they're like, bro, I was watching that Heat Knicks game. I'm like, yo, these teams are terrible, bro. Like, what am I watching right now? Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, like, this is just the prime opportunity for the Sixers. And it was like, yo, you take care of business on your home floor to go to the Eastern Conference Finals and face a far inferior opponent. Mm-hmm. And just not handling business 2 times on our home floor, man. 2 times. Like, we lost 2 games in Philly, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, we lost 2 games in Philly in this series, and we lost 3 games in Philly against Atlanta. Like, I'm just over it, man.
Yo,
I'm over these cats,
bro. If they lose on Mother's Day, because I mean, first of all, who's gonna watch the game on Mother's Day?
I'm not watching it.
I'm gonna be with my mom, my grandmother, and my aunt, and my aunt. So I mean, if I have time, I mean, I don't even really care to turn it on. Like if I can even find the time to turn it on, I don't even know if I'll even do that because like I'm not going to have a great day, you know, enjoying, celebrating like the wonderful women and stuff like that, my family and stuff like that, and then watch them get blown out in TD Garden, have all those freaking 65-year-old, fans with glasses, like clapping and stuff, happy. Yeah. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't gonna say all that other stuff, but
Yeah.
like it
I
just
think I'm watching it, bro. I really don't.
but seeing Matt's comment in the chat, man, that pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie, Matt. I got a
What did he
bone to
say?
pick with you, man. Just wait till I see you on Monday, bro. He said, "I've never left the stadium. I've never left the stadium happy." Like, right? That's why I told you don't go.
You know what's crazy? The last game we went to, they beat the Lakers, but that was the game where they were up 9.
They were up
like
20 with
10
they were up 20 with 12 seconds and it went to OT.
and it went to it was crazy, bro. And I'm over it. I just don't have anything left to give, and that game 5 recharged me.
Mm-hmm.
But today was another just gut punch, man.
Yeah, kick rocks time. Get out of here. Dude, Matt, come on, man. We had the crew, me, you, Caruso, and Mark, dude. That was the good juju crew right there. And now I had to watch the game with Hawk. That was the difference. It's like, nah.
Yeah, you know how many times I've had to make this drive? The past 3 years. The past 3 years, I've spent my money and my time driving up to the Wells Fargo and driving home to get home at 1 o'clock in the morning to be just heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can ever go back to that stadium, man. They win game set. I'm not going to the Eastern Conference Finals game for sure. I'll definitely go to an NBA Finals game if they go to. I had to go to the finals, but
no, that's the last game. That's
it won't be a closeout. It won't be a closeout.
No finals.
I'm definitely going to the finals.
No finals. Chill.
They just gonna have to take care
none of those evil spirits, bro. None of those evil spirits, man. Y'all gotta do something a little different.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man.
If they lose tomorrow, man, that'll be like the third time in 5 years that we've lost in the second round with almost a clear path to a championship. When we lose to Toronto, I'm not gonna say guarantee we beat Milwaukee, but we probably do. If we play a hurt Golden State, we're beating them.
Yeah.
Granted, if they don't get hurt, maybe because they're playing a different team, maybe KD doesn't move in the same spots, maybe Cousins doesn't move in the same spots, so they don't get hurt. But if they get hurt, we beat them. Against Atlanta, we play the Bucks again. The Suns weren't going to beat us in the finals. No way DeAndre Ayton was going to beat Joel Embiid in the finals. Because if you think Joel Embiid don't show up, what does DeAndre Ayton do?
Yeah.
He's not even playing today because he got a rib contusion or something.
That's crazy. And the Nuggets are smoking the Suns.
The Nuggets smoking? Yeah, I knew it.
I wonder what Jokic's stat line is.
And Wiggins has a fractured rib cage, and he might play tomorrow.
Bro, the Nuggets are up 30. 81 to 58.
Oh my gosh.
What's Jokic's stat line, bro? Honestly, the conversation is over. Embiid's not even there's not even a chance that Embiid's better.
Oh, you don't want to hear this. Oh yeah. Listen to this. Jokic has 20 points on 10 of 20 shooting. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 0 turnovers, 1 steal, and 1 block, plus 32 at halftime.
That's insane, man. That's insane, man. That's how you freaking come out and start a game. And they're on the road, bro. Granted, Phoenix is a way less superior team than Boston, and they have 2 injuries to key players. But it's we came out flat, bro. Joel Embiid blew. Yo, what happened on that dunk that he blew in the first quarter? What was that? That layup that he threw off the backboard. What happened? Did he lose it, or he just tried to lay it up?
I mean, a couple of them had it. Listen, whether the matchup is easy or not, like he's taking care of business.
Literally.
Al Horford is 48 years old. That should be an easy matchup for Embiid. They got Marcus Smart guarding him. They have Malcolm Brogdon. Every player on the Celtics has guarded Embiid, and they're all 5 inches plus shorter than him.
And
30,
not
30 to 80 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
And the Sixers and the team's not figuring it out. Like it's no way he should have. They're rotating guys that are like 6'3" to 6'8", just rotating those guys that guard Embiid, and like he doesn't have a good matchup. Like who's a bad matchup for Embiid? Even Rob Williams, like he's a nice shot blocker, nice paint protector, but he's only 6'8", 230. Like he's not big enough to guard Embiid.
Yeah.
Jokic. Who's he going? He's going against? Was that Jock Landale cat? Yeah, he's going against Jock Landale and DeAndre Ayton. Like, yeah, they're not anything special, but at the end of the day, he's taking care of business. If Computer Boy gets to the conference finals and even the finals, and like we're still out of the second round, eye test got champion might have to go.
Yeah, man. I think it's already going. What Jokic has done in this postseason. I mean, Embiid's been so elite on defense, but again, he has the LCL sprain and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not even comparing their like abilities or nothing like that. Or like because far as like what they actually can do on the court is like I would still say Embiid's way better on defense. Jokic is probably slightly better on offense. So overall, you can you'll say Embiid's a better player. But what I'm talking about, I'm just talking about getting stuff done, like getting the job done. The Nuggets are getting the job done, and the Sixers aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All that individual stuff, well, this guy can jump this high, this guy can shoot there, this guy can pass, this guy can do that. Like I'm not worried about that. Like you have Joel, you have the MVP on your team, you have James Harden. Harris played great defense, but he's 1 of 7, 2 points. That's not acceptable.
I don't think he took a shot in the second half.
That's not acceptable. Maxey came to play. Like Maxey came to play. He didn't really shoot that well from the three, but he was still like 9 of 20. He still, came and showed up. Second year in a row, he showed up.
Yeah, he had to take multiple bailout shots, like bailout threes that he was taking, like some trying to bail the offense out.
Yeah,
because they were.
It's and we got, and before every game, like we're making jokes, like sharing pictures of Harden and seeing like what kind of fit is he wearing to the game, and it's like it's not even a joke. It's like we're really like rating his outfit to see like is he going to have a good game or not.
Yeah,
and like it's only halfway joking. Like half of it is kind of serious.
Literally,
like because he's that type of dude where like that kind of stuff like really does affect his state of mind. Like you don't really know. Like he's such a like. It's like his mind has to be like completely right for him to have a good game.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get off to a start early, I feel like with Harden, if he doesn't make his first couple shots, like he's just like, not fully there as far as like being all aggressive and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Embiid only having 29 tonight is like, or 26, bro, in a closeout game at home. It's just not acceptable, man. It really isn't. Man, it's just not acceptable, bro. It's just not. It's just not. Like Harden, like you said, Harden's given us 2 40-point games. Like Embiid's got to give us one dominant performance.
Just one.
Just one, bro.
Go out there in the garden, give us 40 and 15.
It's unbelievable, man. Oh, it's crazy. It's a shame.
I wanted to make that video. I wanted to make that Doc Rivers apology video, but
So bad.
it might not get it.
I wanted the freaking man. We were so close, man. Like so close. Like you could feel it in the arena, man. Like it was like we were so close, man. And I'm
Bro,
telling you that, like, it was just different vibes tonight, man. It wasn't the same as that game 7. We actually, really believed that they were going to win that game. Just sucks. Sucks that it ended like that. I don't know how you bounce back from a game like that.
86 points, man. 86.
86. That's incredible.
Harden showing up like Whoopi Goldberg on The View. I forgot she was actually on that. I feel like the only time I see The View was like when I go to like Matt Blatt. Like sometimes they'll have it on.
Did they just take me on the wrong freaking exit? Oh, never mind. I was about to be pissed.
You got to Pennsylvania yet?
I'm in Delaware now.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I still got an hour and a half. Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I'll probably have to, probably stop, get something to eat.
You gotta go to work tomorrow?
Nah, I'm off tomorrow, so it's fine. I'll probably just sleep in a bit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I gotta study and stuff, so I gotta get some good rest so I can, lock in tomorrow. But yeah, it's whatever, man.
Yeah, I'm deflated, man. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? Type it up in the chat, man. I need to hear how y'all feeling.
Is anybody still on the live stream?
Yeah, it's still we got some people in here.
Yeah.
But Caruso didn't even come up.
He's probably driving.
I know he's fuming.
Yeah, it was.
He has to be. He might need to call in, man. Maybe we'll have to get a pep talk for us.
Can't nobody tell me nothing, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to call in.
Yeah, I'm done.
I probably shouldn't tell him to call in, man, because where he lives, man, all that wildlife and stuff over there. Yeah, when we left, what game was that? Was that game 4? Yeah, like when we left after game 4, we drove off the block, try to turn the corner, just 3 deer right in front of us. I'm like, okay. Yeah. And you can't see anything over there.
Gee, that's terrible.
Game 7. Let's see what the spread is. It's probably gonna be like Celtics -8 again. It's honestly kind of crazy that we weren't favored in any game. Yeah, Celtics -7.5.
They're the better team, man. That's why I was like, that's why I felt like we needed to win tonight, man. Because I don't
know. Things could be worse. I don't know if things could be worse. I mean, yeah, I guess it could, but I mean, because the series is still going.
Yeah.
So like technically, it could go worse. I mean, since it's 3-3, so like we could still move on to the next round, and I mean we'll be happy about it. But at least Phoenix can try to like correct their mistakes next year. Yeah, like, I don't even know what we could do. Like if we were to be eliminated, what could we possibly do? Like, does Harden come back?
I don't think Harden's coming back regardless, man. If we lose this series,
Regardless,
I don't like if we lose this series, I don't think he'll come back.
yeah, I was gonna say if they get the conference or finals, I think he probably would come back.
I think the only way he'll come back is if we um maybe if we lose in like the conference finals or the finals, I think I can see him. But if we lose in this round, I don't think especially with the way Embiid's playing. Like Embiid's been great, but like he can be better, especially offensively. And I get it with the knee and everything like that, but it's just like, dude, like you gotta like step up, man.
Yeah.
Like we needed a Embiid game tonight. We just didn't get it.
Morey is incapable of fixing this. Harden is gone. Embiid is going to one out eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, Embiid will definitely. If we lose this one and Harden leaves, like Embiid might have one more year in Philly, and he'll probably leave.
Yeah. The only thing about that is, man, I mean, he's still a foreign player though. A lot of those foreign players don't really like they're not really known to leave their teams. Like a lot of the foreign players like usually stay on the same team. Like you look at guys like Hakeem, even though Hakeem did want to go because like after 10 years, like they couldn't even get out the first round for like 10 years. Dirk, I mean, technically, I mean, I guess, yeah, he was with one team because I don't think you'll count getting drafted by the Bucks as him being on two teams. You still got Greek Freak in Milwaukee. Yeah, it's usually more of like those like it's usually more of that like American type of player stuff, like American type of player thing where like they just leave and just want to go to like New York and California and Florida.
Right.
It just NBA players just kind of. I mean, I just say they're soft. I think they're kind of soft. Like I've never seen like a bigger group of divas like these cats, man. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you be giving cats that kind of money and stuff, and they just
Right,
on
yeah.
TV. They're just on TV wearing their shirts, their suits, their dresses, like whatever, all that stuff they be wearing. Like they just, I don't, their glasses, bro. Like they just
getting that type of money at 20 years old.
Mm-hmm. Like these cats are different, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be tough for Morey. What kind? Because he has made good moves. I still think the trade getting Harden for Simmons that's still a good trade. The Melton trade still a good trade. Getting off of Horford's contract like that, drafting Maxey, like drafting Paul Reed. Did we draft Paul? Yeah, drafting Paul Reed. Like he's made good.
Was great too.
Huh?
I think the Tucker move was great too, man. To be honest,
PJ Tucker. Yeah, so like he's done some good stuff. It's just that the only thing that's kind of the one thing that kind of has been bothering me is that like he hasn't found a way to move Tobias Harris. Now maybe he hasn't maybe he hasn't tried to, but him not moving Harris, that's like the one thing. Like, and also the fact that Melton cost so much because it still was great to trade for DeAnthony Melton, but I feel like the Celtics got Malcolm Brogdon at like a better price for like what their value he was at the time. Because Brogdon had just come off like being like a 20-6 guy in Indiana for like multiple years. And like Melton was like a 10-point guy off the bench. And like what we had to give up for him was basically like the same as what Boston had to give up for Brogdon. So I felt like, dang, dude, like if they're getting that much better of a player for the same package, like it must really be hard for us to, negotiate and stuff. Like maybe we have like no leverage whatsoever.
Well, the
And
thing
like that's
with
kind of
that, it's the contracts because Brogdon's contract is $20 million. We wouldn't have anything to match that. That's the like. I think with what Morey has been given, he's kind of like he could definitely have been like he could definitely do some good. Like he could definitely be better, but it's so hard for him because we don't have any cap space, but we also don't have any players to trade. Like all of our cap space is held with 3 players, and Tobias Harris is making $40 freaking million. Like, so if you can't move his contract, you're kind of like limited in other moves that you can make. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What if this is Vin Fosh? Like that would be crazy. It's like nah.
because Brogdon's making $20 million a year. Like, we wouldn't have been able to trade for him because we wouldn't have the matching contract.
Yeah, the Brogdon would have been tough. Yeah, but even though Brogdon was making $20 million though, I mean, we would. I'm not saying like for us to get him because like I don't think we would have been able to get him. I mean, somehow just Boston getting him because
Yeah,
I feel like there's like 10 teams that could have traded for Brogdon. But let's see, did we keep Harris or Simmons over Butler? Really both.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
I mean, technically, you didn't keep Simmons over Butler because like he was on like a rookie contract. So you really didn't like keep him over Butler. Like you kind of kept Harris. But the thing is, I think they were going to keep Harris and Butler, but the front office was kind of scared because of what happened with Butler in Chicago and then Minnesota with him having issues with the teammates. And I think they can kind of see that like Simmons and Butler and Brett Brown like weren't really seeing eye to eye. So
yeah,
I think that's why they kind of just like because I don't know exactly how true it is because like it's just Butler saying it, so like he could be exaggerating it. Like when he said that he heard that somebody said like, "Yo, like we'll bring Jimmy Butler back, but like we got to be able to control him." Like if that's true, like then you know, I mean our front office would just be incompetent, but I definitely think that like him like clearly having like a dynamic because you got to remember like Simmons was very like coddled and they also is like there was like a fixation where it's like if he wasn't like the primary ball handler, like he wasn't playing point guard 100% of the time he was on the court, it's like we just wouldn't be allowed. Like you know, like he would just it just wasn't allowed. Like folks couldn't even touch the ball.
Yeah.
Like nobody could touch the ball except for Ben Simmons. And then Harris was kind of like we lost Butler, so like we just gave him a max contract because like we didn't want to, you know, trade Covington, Dario Saric, Shamit, and like first round picks, and like you come back the next season with nothing. Like they couldn't do that.
Yeah. I think it like you said, it's a little bit of both. They also just didn't offer Jimmy Butler the 5-year max. Like Butler wanted the 5-year max, and they didn't offer him that max because you gotta remember Jimmy Butler used to play like 45 minutes a game. Like,
yeah,
he's kind of getting older, so it's like Jimmy was like 29. So it was like, oh, if we give Jimmy the 5-year max, he's gonna be old, and his contract is gonna look bad in a couple years, type of thing. And that's why I think that he says that you picked Tobias Harris over me because we gave Tobias the 5-year max, but didn't give Jimmy Butler the 5-year max. We didn't offer Jimmy the 5-year max, and it's like just like you said, like I think that there was some, you know, tension between Ben and Jimmy and Brett, plus them being like, well, when Jimmy Butler's 34, this contract might look terrible. But then they went ahead and signed Al Horford. Like, come on. Like what? But whatever, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ever in play. Let's say Josh Harris decided to take an extra $16 million a year to his pocket to not go over the luxury tax and bring in an actual impact player.
You said what?
Then I was reading the comment. He said Josh Harris pocketed $16 million instead of going over the cap to bring in a player.
I actually think
I don't know if he does that because like I wouldn't say that Josh Harris had really shown an issue with going over the luxury tax though.
I think that's why they made the Matisse trade or something this year. They made some trade to get below the luxury tax, which I think is a good point. But I also think that the Sixers have the team. I think this team is. I think they're clearly. Well, I think that they have the second best roster left in the NBA. I think that Boston just has like a slightly better roster. Yeah. But I think that we have everything that we need. Like we have Paul Reed giving us good backup center minutes. Like the only thing the Sixers are really missing is an athletic wing that can shoot the three, like Daniel House or McDaniels. And like having those guys shoot it at a high clip. But other than that, man, I think that this team is good enough to win a championship. And I think that the fact that like Morey was able to build a roster this good with what he started with is actually kind of insane, bro. Like, dude flipped Al Horford, Danny Green, and freaking Ben Simmons into D'Anthony Melton, James Harden, Daniel House, PJ Tucker, Tyrese Maxey. Like, bro, what? He drafted Maxey. He traded for Tucker, they would have already been swept if they didn't have Tucker. They would have already been swept if they didn't have Harden. Daniel House gave us a crazy game 5. He traded Matisse Thybulle for McDaniels. So I think the roster is I just think the players had to freaking step up. They were even up 3-2. We were up 3-2. We were up in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left in the freaking game. And our MVP literally went ghost. Like it's literally on Joel Embiid and James Harden. Like we have everything that we need. We were up in the fourth quarter at home with 4 minutes left and freaking blew the lead. Like that's on the players, bro. Honestly, like
you're cracking me up that you went on that big rant with your camera off.
Oh, that's crazy that happened. But yeah, I can't even I do get it though, because I was like, yo, Morey could have made a couple of different moves, but looking at it now in the postseason, it's like you can only run so many guys. And I think that we have a very strong 8 or 9. We just gotta take care of business, bro. Like these cats just fumbled a huge opportunity, and that's on the players, man. That's on Joel Embiid. That's on James Harden tonight. That's on Tobias Harris, 2 points. Like, come on, man. It's really, really on Joel Embiid, in my opinion. I mean, you go 9 of 19 from the field. Tobias Harris sucked. Yeah, but Tobias Harris. Like, why do we keep expecting Tobias Harris?
Nah. He's making $180 million. Nah.
But it's like, but I hear that, but
we get it, but like that's still always gonna be a problem, though.
No, it's still an issue, but it's like if you're Joel Embiid, are you gonna pout about it, or are you gonna step up and you step up? Like just step up. Like Tobias Harris was elite on defense, so was Joel Embiid, but we expect more from the MVP. Like Tobias Harris is an overpaid role player, so it's like for us to have lofty expectations of someone who's been the same for 4 years. And it matters. Not that his contract doesn't matter, but it matters, but it doesn't matter. Like it matters, but Joel Embiid can't be like, Tobias Harris only gave me 2 points. Bro, you were 9 of 20 from the field in a closeout game. Like, go take over the game. Like, go win us that game. Like, go get the job.
Yeah, because he was 9 of 16 at one point. Does Harris, does he own the Devils too?
I think so. And I think he bought another team.
He bought the Commanders.
That's crazy.
So he's just out there buying teams. Like So I guess he did just the bull said said he was saving cash for the Commanders. Like that's why he didn't go over the luxury
That's
tax.
16. That's crazy,
Yeah,
yo.
that's a good point. Yeah, just for the Devils just to get smoked. Yeah, they're out the playoffs now too.
Oh, they lost today.
They lost in overtime. That boy
Yeah, it's a
Sebastian
shame,
Aho
though.
is a beast though.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a tough one, man. It's just tough.
Yeah, but like you said though, I think the roster is cool. Like,
Yeah, man. I don't think there's any excuses like for this team. Like we got the shooters. They had the best 3-point shooting percentage in the NBA this year. Um, a team that went into Boston and smoked them in Game 5. Like I just think that we had two opportunities, bro. Games 3 and Game 6 were there for the taking for us, man. Like Boston is begging us to win those games, begging us, and we fold. Whoa, they got a cone in them.
So
Like, what are we
maybe
doing?
Boston folds again. Maybe because Harden had a terrible game that he'll have a great game next time. Maybe that's just the coin flip.
I hope so, man. I don't have any faith in this team. I don't have any faith in either of those guys. And it's a shame because they've fought well this series, and I feel like I should have more hope. But it's just like it just sucks because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get from these guys, man. Like that's the thing. Like I don't know. I don't know which James Harden I'm getting.
Thanks, Argrave, for tapping in, man. Have a good night, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Yo, is this car riding? Like, what is going on? Oh, it's a big old truck. That's crazy. Like, what? But yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to feel. I don't know if I'm gonna tap into Game 7.
So
I
I'm
just
trying to
don't
think,
have
what am I doing that day? Oh no, man, my family, they bugged. I just thought about it. My mom, my family, they wanted to go to this restaurant. They wanted to go to Green Eggs Cafe, bro. And like, that's my spot. Like, I don't know if you've ever been there, man. They got plenty of them all over Philly. That place is legit.
yeah.
But they closed at like 3, I think. But then like my grandma's like, she wanted us to go to church with her. And she said it starts at 11. So I'm like, dang, bro, like, why the service start so late? I've never been a fan of 11 o'clock service. You probably go to 11 o'clock. You look at 11 o'clock service type of cat. To be honest.
Yeah.
I can tell. I'll yeah, this dude Caleb. I know this dude. This dude waking up at 9:30 in the morning, going to church at 11.
Yeah, Sunday is my day to sleep in, honestly.
Yeah.
What time do they play Sunday? Did they give a time yet? Or?
Let me take a look. No, I was just thinking because like now the plans are getting rearranged of like what I had to do because like we can't go to that restaurant if we go to the service. But she said they had, but I think that service has. If I think she goes to Enon, I think that church has multiple services.
Yeah,
that's a big church. Dang, hold on, let me take a look. See what we play. No, TBD.
What you talking about the time for the game?
Yeah. One thing also, if we lose to this team, bro, I need the Warriors to win because I want to see no more text messages from that one cat. I told you it's all you. It's all you. So you can argue with that guy all you want. I told him 2 weeks ago I'm not arguing with him anymore. after he ran away from that Simmons situation. I was like, nah.
Yeah. What the? Bro, I got a freaking long way free home, man.
We got an hour 15.
Just an hour now. I might have to stop and get a little frappe or something.
Jeez. Some scary stuff right there. Must get a Slurpee. I got Slurpees now.
Yeah, I kind of want some coffee or something now. I don't know where. I should probably charge too while I'm out here.
I haven't been to McDonald's in probably years. So I wonder what they have now. They probably got all kind of crazy stuff on their menu.
Facts, they got that bad, that bad freaking food. Maybe I'll stop at this charger.
That addictive bad stuff. That's what they have.
Facts.
Makes sense.
I don't know if man, it's mad cars on. I feel like everybody's coming from the Sixers game right now. That's on the road.
All the Philly, everybody in Maryland. Delaware is still, I guess, part of the Philadelphia fan base.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of family over there in Delaware. That's where I was going during the football season, for the Super Bowl and all that stuff like that. I was just going to my cousins, and she lived out in Delaware.
Yeah.
She would just have music blast. She would have the music blast, and we just be real loud. Be 2:00 in the morning, and she's screaming, saying all the way up. She was tripping. Yo. Yeah, we should probably wrap this up though.
Yeah, we can definitely wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, you guys can still leave comments after the stream's over. Because we always, every time I look back the videos, it says there's no comments, and that's just because people leave them during the stream. But right. you can't see that unless you actually go back and watch the actual video.
Yeah.
But it's all good in the hood.
Yeah, it's weird that YouTube does it like that. But I guess it's because we're live, so. But yeah. Yeah,
we had a good discussion. Mr. Argravy, Mr. Martin. So, all right. Well, you have a good night, brother. Good night to everyone else.
Yep. I'll talk to you.